Welcome to Pemberley Farm. Well, if it's Friday, it must be canning, correct? Well, we're changing things up a little bit today, and we made an announcement about canning on the recent herb video, which we will link for you above, below. Just look for it. We'll link it. And about our canning series. But anyway, so today we're going to talk about, okay, so you've got all this home canned stuff. How do you use it? What do you do? And remember, most of the time we do what we call ingredient canning, meaning we can a single item as an ingredient for something else we're going to do. So this is beef roast, okay? This is butter peas. So what we do, and this now happens to be a combination. This is potatoes, carrots, and onion soup mixed in as well to give it a little bit of an onion taste. And actually, we have a video on canning those as well, and it's called, I think, potatoes and carrots, canning potatoes and carrots with a twist, something like that. We will link that as well, so you can go back and take a look at it. So there's many ways you can do this. Usually what I do is I take the roast beef and I warm that, and then I warm the potatoes and carrots, and whether it's butter peas or green beans or whatever, I warm them separately. But today we're going to make kind of like a little beef stew maybe, and just do it all in one pot. Now this is pickled okra, and around our house our heart sings for pickled okra. I'm just telling you, we love pickled okra. We like pickled okra better than okra other ways. And this is squash pickles. And so if you like pickles at all, these two things are a great thing to make. And I don't think I've ever done a video on how to make the squash pickles or the pickled okra. That may be a canning video yet to come. So anyway, but you know, you need a little spice extra in with it. And so these are very, very good. A dear friend gave me the recipe for the squash pickles, and they are so good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start opening. Let's take the lid off of our little pot. We're going to start opening. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's a sign of a very good seal. Okay? And we're going to just put this in the pot. All right? We're going to open our roast beef. All these are sealed very well. Hear that? Yes. In addition to the ping when it first comes out of the canner, that is a, oh, let me get a, I don't want to put a metal spoon in that. Well, I may have to. Anyway, so we're putting the beef in there, and this is just roast that I cut up into chunks and then stuffed in the jar and put a little beef broth on it, and there you have it. But because we're going to make this kind of like a stew, we're going to go ahead and open the butter peas. Alrighty, we're going to put them in there. So you got it, it's a one pot dish, this is what this is. So you can see we've got our carrots, our potatoes, our beef, our beans, and in there, like I say, is some onion soup mix to give it a little bit of onion flavor, because when I make roast beef, when I cook it in a crock pot or in the oven, I put the roast in there, and I put potatoes, carrots, and onions in there with it. And so I was trying to replicate that for this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it on the stove and warm it up. Now, I wanted to tell you about this little gadget. I haven't had it real long, but I am terrible about the old kind of can openers that you have to do like this, because I don't have any strength in my hands. I've told y'all that before. I really am weak in my hands. But this, it's not only big so you can hold it good, it does this, and I can handle that. And so I really like it. And actually you can get it on Amazon, and I'll put a link down below so that if you're interested, that you can go have a look at it. Like I say, it's a good gadget. I have to fight the girls off of it. They like to play with it, but it's not as likely to tear up as some of those others. So it is an affiliate link, but you don't have to pay anything extra if you order through that link. So anyway, just go have a look at it. All right, we're going to put this on the stove and let it get good and warm. Then we'll come back, dip it up, open up some of our pickles, and we'll eat. The only thing that'll be missing will be cornbread. So that would be something that would be very good to have with it. But we didn't bake cornbread this morning. It's good and hot. You can see the beans, and I've broken the meat up some, and a couple of the potatoes. And so now, like I said, this is just what we did today with this. But you could dip out of the jars and put it on a plate and put it in the microwave. And like I said, a lot of times I just warm all of it separately, and we have it on our plate as though I had cooked it in the oven or somewhere. If you wanted more green in it, you could certainly put more. You could even put green beans in it. You could put more of these butter peas or butter beans. You could put green beans in it, whatever you like. But we just thought this would be a good, showing you how we canned ingredients to create a meal. And so here we are. We've got 3 jars. Now, I also canned carrots and potatoes separately. So I could have 4 jars here if I'd have done that. But I wanted to use these because of the seasoning in it. So now, these I've not salted them. The only salt would be here in the potatoes and the carrots. But so I'm going to add some salt to it in a little bit when we start to eat. But you could do it all combination of ways. And like I say, I've got potatoes separate from carrots. I could have done that, and then added some onion powder or onion salt to it. So once it got in the pot, there's just a lot of ways to do it, and it's real simple, and it's a meal in basically less than 10 minutes. So you know how I feel about home canned stuff. It is the best, healthiest fast food that you can ever have. It is amazing and it is wonderful. You know what's in it, you know what's not in it, and to me that's very important. Even the beef, I know where it came from, So the thing is, knowing where your food comes from, knowing that it's healthy, knowing that there's not a lot of added things that are not necessary, and you'll end up a lot better off for it. So we're going to dip up a little bit in a bowl and maybe put a little bit of, we've been eating some of the pickled okra, and Amelia really likes the pickled squash. So Ashley and I have been working on the pickled okra. So it's very good. Now, thank you for coming by to watch, and as we use our home canned goods to create a meal. Very simple, very easy. That's why you need to start canning. If you haven't already, we've got a lot of canning videos going back for several years. So go and take a look and learn how to can if you don't know how to can, and use those jars of food to create your own meals. So again, thank you for coming along to watch. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. Subscribe to our page or our channel. And be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We are Pemberley Farm Homestead. God bless you from Pemberley Farm.